show for you tonight. Hollywood star Rob Lowe is here. Yes. Hangover star Bradley Cooper is here. And with him is co-star Ed Helms is here. Yes. Plus, Doctor Who temptress Alex Kingston is joining us. And we've got music for the brilliant new star Aloe Blacc. He's here as well. I know. Cool. Oh, tell you, I am so pleased that all of my guests have made it here. What, you know, the ash cloud over Europe. You know, I haven't seen that much smoke since Snoop Dogg's dressing room last week. Quite the fog. Delighted Rob Lowe is on the show tonight. Rob starred in The West Wing, where he was in control of the select few people who had access to the president. Yeah, I think nowadays any idiot can meet him. Even Barack Obama's laughing. You're the Deputy Prime Minister. Yeah, I did love The West Wing, though. Though I have to say, at the moment, my favourite show is that one where the bloke says you're fired. No, poor Cheryl Cole. Poor Cheryl Cole. You know, as a human being, I do feel very sorry for her. And yet, I must do these jokes. It's rumoured she's been sacked from the American X Factor. Apparently, the problem was the Americans couldn't understand what she was saying. Yeah. But Cheryl has issued a statement in her defence. Why, I pet like mon. I cannae dinne nae spec clear when the boat comes in. Something like that. Words like that. Rob Lowe used to be part of the cool young group of Hollywood actors called the Brat Pack. Now, the Brat Pack, full of out-of-control young men, love-chasing women. You know, men like this. Ryan Giggs! Ryan Giggs! Who knew? Oh, yes, everyone. He had an affair with model Imogen Thomas. Here's a picture of Imogen. In there somewhere, I'm sure. And it's a big welcome back to Bradley Cooper and Ed Helms, two of the stars of The Hangover Part 2. Now, this time, they're in Bangkok. Bangkok. Yeah. Apparently, there's a place there where you can see a man dressed as a lady firing a ping-pong ball. Do you want to see a picture of that? Do you? All right. Let's get the guests on! Later, we'll have music from Aloe Blacc! But first, they're the best hangover cure ever, Ed Helms and Bradley Cooper! There they are! Hello, sir! Hello! Good to see you! Things are down! She's just what the doctor ordered! Alex Kingston, ladies and gentlemen! Hello, darling. Hello, How are you doing? Show you to the man. There. And lo and behold, it's Rob Lowe! Very nice to see you. Sit yourself down.
I feel like we're like a team.
I know. Can I just say thank you all very much for getting here, because I know it hasn't been easy with ash clouds, etc., etc. You guys, you've been all over the place.
We were in Berlin today. Yeah, we just got here. Today, yeah, we just got here.
We've been on a mad dash and fighting the volcano.
But you won.
Yes.
Yeah, Ed is a great volcano fighter.
Yeah. I cannot be beaten. But clearly Mother Nature did not want us here.
And also, can I say, it must be a really nice time for an American to be in London, because there's big stars and stripes everywhere.
I thought they put them up for me, and I'm so disappointed.
No, because it's very exciting, because it's a good week to be here, because Barack Obama.
He just left, yeah?
Yeah, he just left this morning.
Right.
From Stansted.
He flew over, I was in the car, and he flew over. It's always exciting to see the president fly over in the big chopper.
How did you know that?
I know nerdy things about the presidency.
Well, I guess you would, because...
I know very nerdy, awful, terrible, like, inside stuff. But it was definitely him. And it's the 2 helicopters, but you always know he's in the last one, so I don't know what good the decoy is. State secret, president's in the last helicopter.
Should you be saying this? I mean, should you be telling the public this?
Literally in 2 seconds.
People will just swing in and be gone. Hey, listen, we've got some historic pictures from the president's visit. It started off in Ireland. I know. And he went to... this seems so unlikely that it's his ancestral village of Moneygall. But there they are in Moneygall, tasting the Guinness. I love that man behind Obama just going, Jesus, Mary, there's black people! Look!
Is he now saying that he's Irish? His ancestry is...
There's an election coming up, so I think... it's one-fifth or something.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Why not?
I go for it.
Now, you say that's a picture of them enjoying Guinness, right? Here's a picture taken a bit later. Right? Now, Michelle has not moved.
That's her 7th pint.
She's going, it's leaking into my mouth, I can taste it. And while they were in Ireland, the Obamas met, it seems so odd for the people they met Jedward. And it had a profound effect on Michelle's style.
And the woman to her right.
Yes, it's catching on. It's amazing. But now, Bradley, you've met Barack Obama, haven't you?
I have, yeah, I did. I campaigned for him in Missouri, and we were ushered into this high school football stadium, and all of a sudden he came in, and his wife and the 2 children, and you know, I was shaking. I could not speak. I really, and my cheeks were like shaking, and I was like this. Yeah, we were smiling so much, and I could not, nothing could come out. And then he just came in. We were all taking photographs, and the only thing I could do was hit them both a little bit too hard in the back, and I literally said, "Let's get her done, guys. Let's get her done, guys."
That became their campaign slogan.
Forget yes we can. Let's get her done, guys.
Is that a photograph you've got? We've got a picture of. There it is. Let's get her done. It looks like you're on a camping holiday. It's really cute. We do have a picture. This is Obama arriving in the UK and meeting the Queen. All very dignified and lovely. But check out this picture of Prince Philip with Michelle. Now, I really hope that's the wind has caught her dress. That just looks so... That's so wrong. Now, Rob, have you met the Queen? Because you were in the West End for a long time in A Few Good Men.
I did it after the West Wing. Aaron Sorkin and I came here and did A Few Good Men at the Royal Haymarket. And I did not meet the Queen. I kept looking at the royal box every night, hoping that this would be the night. But it was empty most nights, other than the one night when there was a couple banging in it.
I had that as well.
Did you have it?
Yes. With people. There's this couple who go around the West End.
Okay, this makes
sense. And in every single theatre, they have to, it's their thing, they have to go to every single theatre, and they basically... Can I say the F word?
Well, I think we know what you mean.
All right.
They do the F word.
They do the F word in the box. I mean, it's amazing. And you are distracted on stage because you hear it.
The royal box is right in the wings, right in the eye line, and I'm doing, you can't handle the holy shit!
Wait, is this not okay that I do this? Should I stop? Because I thought I was part of the show. I'll stop.
It's odd that story didn't make it into your book, which is Stories I Only Tell My Friends, an autobiography. And why didn't that story make it in? Because that's a good... I would tell my friends that story.
No, it is a good story, because the book pretty much... It begins when I'm a child and sort of ends as I leave the West Wing. I didn't want it to be my entire life, because I'm going to have more to do, hopefully.
And when you say stories I only tell my friends, have your friends reacted to the book? Have you offended anyone? Has anyone sort of...
Well, I tried to write it in a sort of spirit of generosity, so there's all kinds of good people.
No, you're very nice about everybody.
Right? Yeah, but it's still dishy and interesting, and it doesn't feel whitewashed. So once I figured out the tone, I sort of felt like I was going to be okay and nobody was going to have an issue, and so far nobody has.
Well, didn't Sarah Jessica Parker have an issue?
Well, other than her, but, you know, she's a bitch.
Wait, what did she say? What happened?
Bradley's going, yeah, what did she say?
It's just us. She was pissed because I got her eye color wrong.
No, come on.
Yeah, she was just like, look, I cannot believe that you don't remember that my eyes are blue. I said they were brown, I guess, or green. Look, they are indeed. They're blue. There she is on the monitor.
How did that come about? How did you learn of that?
Third-party
God.
intermediaries.
That's crazy.
You're kidding me.
Well, why was her eye color in the book?
Because they used to...
Just what?
I don't know. do the balcony thing in the
Gaze
opera house.
longingly into each other's eyes.
It does seem like if you're gonna mention her eye color, you should do the research.
I can be lazy that way.
Okay.
You're colorblind.
That's it. I was a bit of a dog in those days.
Because when you started your career, the one thing that really does come across in the book is how available sex was.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I mean, fabulous, but...
In the 80s, it was on.
Yeah. Because you would watch MTV.
Look, I was... I was not... It's in the book, by the way. It's all in the book. I was not above using MTV as sort of the home shopping network.
But that's amazing. You would just ring up MTV
Yeah,
and
walk
go...
us through this.
Here's how it goes.
How did you do that?
I'm solving all your love life problems right here. Here's what
And
you
you're
do.
sitting next to a woman, so what?
Okay, so here's what you do. Hold your ears. Here's the deal. You watch MTV.
Right.
You see the Sting video. There's a girl dancing with a chair, a little blonde bob at the end of it. You go, that's... You call MTV. You go, hey, it's Bradley Cooper here. Yeah, Hangover. That's right. In many, many other movies. A-Team. Yes, me. So, that ripped guy, that's me. And I like that girl. Can you get me your phone number? And they give it to you.
Wow.
So MTV is basically a pimp
operation.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Need to know.
They've probably, Human Resources Department has probably worked things out a little bit better than they were in the late 80s, but that was sort of...
But the ego. I mean, the fact that you think these...
Rob Lowe.
They all said yes, Alex!
The fact that you think they're all going to say yes.
They did all say yes!
Listen, it's like Ty Cobb said, it ain't bragging if you done it.
Those are the women that you did want, but then there were kind of the fans that presumably, you know, you weren't that keen. Like, didn't your grandparents have a horrible experience?
Well, yeah, I mean, and this is, listen, my story is, it happens to anybody who's in that moment in time where you're that guy. It's happening to this one right now. Admit it. I know people are breaking into your grandparents' house in Missouri, like they did mine, in the middle of the night and going, where's Bradley Cooper? And neighbors are like, not here tonight. And if he were here, he wouldn't be in our bed. What? So, yeah, you know, who knows?
But fans are incredibly resourceful, because, Alex, you've just been filming Doctor Who in the desert.
Oh, my God, the Who fans got to be nuts, right?
Yeah.
But where were you? In the middle of Utah or somewhere?
We were in the middle of Utah, and we'd never filmed Doctor Who in America before, obviously. The American fans are amazingly resourceful because of Twitter. Everybody now knows. You know, the minute that they catch sight of one of you, it goes out and people know where you are. And so we were in the middle of Monument Valley, in the middle of nowhere. And suddenly just these fans just sort of appeared out of the scrub and the desert. And,
Like zombies.
and they were, because they wear those funny anoraks, you know, they're kind of... they are, you know,
So you know who
bit
they
like-
are.
Yeah, a bit like train spotters, really. It's awful to say, but they kind of are. And they knew that they couldn't come close to us because everything we're filming is secret. So they were very respectful, but sort of just would stand and watch.
And how are the fans reacting now to you kissing the Doctor? 'Cause that's a big deal.
Oh, it is a big deal. Oh, God, there's a picture. It is a big deal because he hasn't, I don't think, kissed a woman before. I mean, he hasn't kissed a man either.
No.
But, you know, he's just coming into his sort of sexuality after 900 years.
He's a slow learner.
He's a slow learner. I think the fans have been okay, but I think I have to be quite delicate about it because it ultimately is a children's show.
Yes. No tongues. Clearly. Oh, tongues. I'm getting tongues. Really?
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't know about you guys when you do kissing on camera or whatever, but there's never... I've never talked with my fellow actor about what sort of a kiss it's going to be.
Really?
You just... No. You just sort of do it.
Like, what do you mean?
What?
I'm lost. What do you mean?
You don't stand with your co-star and say, OK, you know, are we going to do full tongues,
right.
or, you know, down the tonsils, a little...
Wait a minute, you don't talk about that.
That's not true.
No.
Sarah Jessica Parker, to keep defaming her, she said, she had someone, a third party, say to me, don't put your tongue in her mouth.
She likes those third parties.
That was on a date.
But the thing is, though, you have to kind of consider the role that you're playing and what sort of a kiss it is. I mean, you know, if it's Jane Austen, you're not going to do sort of big tongue jobs, are you? It's going to be very demure. But interestingly, and I'm not going to say mention the actor's name because this is a little bit Sarah Jessica Parker, what I'm about to say. But I did do a job once.
I thought she'd become an actor. It wasn't 10 minutes. This is a bit, Sarah Jessica Parker. Bear with me.
I did a play, and at the end of the play there was a kiss, and we'd been doing this for a long, long time. It was a long run. And this actor, every time we had this chaste kiss, he would stick his tongue down my throat. And so I said, if you do that again, I will bite your tongue. And I think he thought I was joking. So the next performance, he did it again, and I bit his tongue and sort of clung for a while and didn't think anything of it. And then the next day, when we were backstage and I bumped into him and he was just having soup and I couldn't understand why he wasn't eating anything more substantial. And so I said, oh, you're only having soup? And he was like, well, I've got 4 stitches in my tongue. I'd actually bitten it through his tongue.
You savage bitch!
I know. But I warned him.
Matt Smith will be so kind of like, I got away with it.
Is it weird that that's kind of hot?
Let's go back to the book. There's a really... Just go back to fans and things. There's a very sweet... Your very, very first fan letter you ever got.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that
you
nice?
put in the book. Would you mind reading it?
I saved it. I was 15 years old. I was on a bad sitcom, and the producers came down one day, said, here's your bag of fan mail. I never had a bag of fan mail in my life. I was so excited, and I picked it up, and I saved it. I'll read it to you. Where is it? Here's... Dear Mr. Rob Lowe, I enjoyed you very much on the TV show The New Kind of Family. You are a great actor. Can you please send me an autographed photo of yourself, if possible, in a bathing suit or in your underwear? Sincerely, Michael LeBron, number 44412, Pelican Bay State Prison.
Isn't that great? Stories Going to Tell My Friends. It's out in shops now. It's already... It's number 3 for 2 weeks.
4 weeks in a row, New York Times bestseller list. Top 10.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And for lazy people, the audiobook will be out to download very soon as well.
Yes, exactly.
But get the book. Get the book. Listen, we must talk about Hangover. Yes. Because I knew it was a hit, The Hangover.
Right.
But it wasn't until you were coming back. It's the highest-grossing R-rated comedy of all time.
Right.
What did it take in the end? 600 million or something?
I don't really know. 477 domestic and 275 European. Upwards around that. Yeah.
700 million.
So it was about 700 million.
Wow. It's in cinemas now, and I mean, it's fair to say you had a winning formula, and you've gone with it. You've kind of run with your winning formula.
That's right. Yeah, it was an early discussion that we had about, do we adhere to the structure, a ticking clock, somebody's missing, we have to get back to a wedding before some girl gets upset. And we thought, yeah, we want that phone call from Phil to Tracy, we effed up again, and all those things. But just put it in Bangkok, not Vegas, and there will lie all of the opportunity for new comedy.
And a lot of it seemed to be actual locations.
Yeah, we were a month in L.A., and the rest of it was in Thailand.
And was that hell? I mean, not Thailand.
It was
but
hell
I mean,
for you, wasn't it?
Well, I did go through a rough patch. I ate something that made my body so angry that I exploded.
every day.
A bomb went off in my stomach, and it had 2 outlets. I thought I was dying, and I thought I had some crazy tropical disease that no one could diagnose, and that I would be dead in 2 days. And no family was around, and I went to some really dark places.
It's quite method.
Your character.
No, I think it definitely informed Stu's character for the rest of the movie, but I wouldn't eat anything for the next 6 weeks. All I ate was peanut butter jelly sandwiches that my mom mailed to me.
Do you have any idea what it was? It was like a monkey brain or something really crazy?
It was just like a noodle dish that we all ate.
And you and I argue about this all the time. We actually ate at this place that we loved, and he was the only one that got sick. And I kept saying it's because he was eating from the condiments that had been out there all day. Remember, you were like, it's not the condiments.
Yeah, but if you saw this place, you would say, why the hell did you eat there?
But this little thing of condiments, it's been out there all day, and he was just putting his spoon in there. I was like, Ed, don't do it.
I thought...
He's like, no, man, it's great. I'm like, Ed.
Come on, when in Rome, the locals eat this stuff. It's delicious. I literally thought that if I just, like, didn't care and I was just confident and, like, barreled through, that somehow I thought that fear is what would make me sick. But if I just was confident, then no way I'm getting sick. Bacteria doesn't care how confident you are. It doesn't care what your attitude is.
But it's not just it's like with Vomito film. One of the big differences is it's got big kind of set pieces, kind of bigger car chases and stunts and stuff than the first one. And because they must have just given you permission to do whatever you wanted in Bangkok.
Todd has carte blanche, that's for sure. The director, Todd Phillips, really, they just let him run with it. And, yeah, he came up with an amazing... I mean, it works on so many different levels. The first one, it's a hard-boiled detective movie. It's almost like a film noir. And this one now adds an espionage element to it. So you have, like, Paul Giamatti plays a great bad guy, and you have helicopters and car chases, and, you know, it just...
And a monkey.
The scope. And a monkey, and a phenomenal monkey.
Oh, yeah. Actually, well, we're about to see... This is... this was filmed on the streets of Bangkok. Is the chase when you, get the monkey back.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you are in action.
Get in here, Stu! You won't let go! Stu, get back in the car right now! I'm trying! Slow down! He's so strong! Look out! Oh, tight, please! I got him! I got him! Slow down, Cal! Hold on! Dead boy! Oh, my word! Sorry, Stu, my bad.
Are you enjoying your own game? Like, yeah!
Honestly, he hates I keep telling this, but Ed's performance in this movie is so outstanding, and I don't think people realize how difficult it is to do what he's doing.
If I may say, the part I'm most proud of is acting not sick for a lot of times. I should get an Oscar for just looking normal.
And we've got to talk about that monkey, because that monkey is hilarious. Even when it just says the walking, it made me laugh out loud. Because what's her name?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was only one monkey. There weren't
That's
like
it.
different monkeys. It was one
Well,
monkey.
they had another monkey in case something happened to Crystal, but looked nothing like Crystal.
And that monkey had like a checkered past. It had bitten somebody.
Yeah,
it was way sketchier.
Yeah, that monkey trainer was missing half of his finger. So, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But this is a proper showbiz monkey. You'd worked with Crystal before.
I did Failure to Launch with her.
With Sarah Jessica Parker.
And Sarah Jessica Parker, yeah. Who's great, by the way.
She hates that monkey. She hates it. And is it like a fully trained monkey?
Well, trained. Her trainer was this guy, Tom, who was hilarious. I couldn't tell if she was really that well trained because literally it would be like if Crystal was sitting here and the scene called for her to be on the table, Tom would just get right here and go, jump up on the table. 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 And eventually, the monkey would just sort of infer through his energy that that's probably what he wanted her to do, and she would just jump on the table. There was no indication that she was trained. She just had some facility with the English language. It was bizarre.
But it's so cute. So cute.
Oh.
And she's gone to the premieres.
She did go to the premiere.
We've got a picture of her at the premiere. My movie has opened!
All those years of struggling.
Oh, my God. She got a huge trailer now. She's like a crazy diva.
Now, there is a song in this one, but your song in the first movie, which... Did you write that song?
The song in the first movie was very spontaneous, yes, because we had that big grand piano on the set, and I would just sort of play around and goof off and try to make the crew laugh. And Todd said, let's put a stupid song in the movie. So we kind of wrote it that afternoon and shot it the next day.
And you're a proper musician.
He's a great musician. Yeah.
Proper, sure.
So if I give you... if there's a little blast of the song, I give you a keyboard.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, so...
Wow.
Do you remember the... I have the lyrics if you don't remember the lyrics. Do you remember the lyrics?
From the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them.
Oh, gosh.
I wrote it. So is this, what? This a Steinway? What's happening? It's gorgeous. What do tigers dream of when they take a little tiger snooze? Do they dream of mauling zebras or Halle Berry in her Catwoman suit? Don't you worry, pretty striped head, we're gonna get you back to Tyson and your cozy tiger bed. Then we're gonna find our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a best friend hug. Doug, Doug, whoa, Dougie, Doug, Doug. But if he's been murdered by crystal meth tweakers, well, then we're shit out of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that was awesome, bro. That was awesome.
I haven't played that in a while.
I would say it's set in Bangkok. Now, and a lot of it seems like really real. Like the lady boys in the movie, they're clearly real.
Oh, yes, she was wonderful.
Where did you find...
I think she's the #1
Isn't he a him?
female
Him? Her?
pornography
Him?
actress in the United States.
And then you did go to one of those clubs. You went to the ping pong clubs.
We did, yes. We did in our spare time. But we also shot stills there, and I had a very unfortunate experience with the ping pong ball.
What happened?
I was trying to be, a showboat, and I opened up my mouth to pretend to catch the ball, and she called my bluff. It was amazing.
I'm totally confused.
Okay, so
You thought the MTV story would happen.
This one.
so
Yeah, off you go, Bradley. you tell Alex what the nice lady did.
So you can pay to watch women eject various objects out of their vaginal cavity. Is that proper?
She played a nurse on ER. She knows what you're
That was
talking about.
technically, yeah. So
You make
like
it sound
darts,
so sexy.
darts, ping pong balls, sort of kites and stuff. Ribbons to kites.
Kites?
Yeah, like ribbons on the end of kites.
No, there would be, if the kites had flown out of there, that would have been in the movie.
And the precision with which she could do it is incredible. This one very talented young woman. And so we were all sitting there, and the monkey, Chow, myself, and Stu, and I was like, and we go, this would be a good one, Todd, get this one.
Wouldn't it be funny if...
And she was just like, boom! It was crazy.
And I was sick again.
Was he really?
Anyway.
Oh, dear. Now, listen, the premise of the film is that idea that, you know, you have a big night, you can't remember what happened. Extreme in your movies, but it does happen to all of us that can happen. And there's a website called Texts from Last Night, right? Yeah, have you seen this? It's when people submit texts that either they sent during the night or sent the next day. It's pretty self-explanatory. For instance, a classic would be, did you really just text me at 6:55 in the morning asking where the condoms were? I moved out a year ago. What else have we got? Guess who won Binger at the senior centre and is going to jail all in the same night? This is a little dialogue one. I told you I was good to drive. Dumbass, I drove. You sat in the passenger seat and steered with a paper plate. She wrote sorry in her vomit and left.
Classy.
Is this next one is, oh my God, the night he had. Don't really want to talk about it. You were right. She had a whole jar of toenail clippings on her nightstand that she chews on when her fingernails are too short. Direct quote.
Direct quote.
And finally, I like this. A lesson I learned in the hospital: when you masturbate while attached to a heart monitor, it scares the nurses a lot. Well done, all the text. Very good. Listen, we're about to talk to Alex, because Alex, you are in a play, or going to be in a play very shortly, at the Donmar Warehouse.
Yeah.
Très posh indeed.
Very posh.
They only put on good things.
I know.
What's the name of your play?
It's called Louisa Miller. And it's a Schiller play. It hasn't been seen certainly not in London before. And it's going to be very good. I'm really excited about it.
But it sounds sort of emotionally this huge kind of epic thing. It all seems very heightened.
It's heightened. I mean, Schiller is Germany's answer to Shakespeare, really. And it's interesting because some of the plays he's written before, Don Carlos, is his version of Hamlet. And Louisa Miller, funnily enough, is sort of a little similar to Romeo and Juliet, except that you don't get to see them falling in love. The play starts with them already sort of on their tragic kind of downward slope.
Who are you?
Well, I play the prince's mistress, and I have a fabulous frock and lots of bling. I'm so happy.
Do you have a kissing scene? We should warn the actor, that's all.
Actually, I don't, but if he decides to kiss me, I think I would actually go for it this time. I mean, not by his...
He's a hottie.
He's a hottie, and I want him.
Okay, good.
So...
As an audience member, that will give it a certain frisson.
But I have a feeling he won't try, because he doesn't want me.
Oh.
No,
How do you know?
Well, it's Schiller.
Oh, see, the character.
I thought it was the subtext.
No,
Yes.
no, it's the play.
Oh, I got it.
This preview's on the 8th of June, premieres on the 14th of June, so it's very soon.
Yes, it's soon.
Have you guys been to the Donmar?
No.
The Donmar, like, the audience is right there. They're on top of you.
And that couple that shag in every theatre...
What are they going to do at the Donmar?
They cannot do it at the Donmar.
Wait, where's my camera? Is this it?
Yeah.
I'm throwing out a challenge. To that couple that likes to shag in every theatre in the UK, we want to see you at the Donmar. Pull that one off if you can.
Why aren't they in jail? Isn't that... Have they not been caught? They're like bandits.
Listen, very shortly we'll be hearing this week's stories in the famous red chair. But first, some music. This man's debut album has become a global hit. And here with the first single, I Need a Dollar, it is Aloe Blacc!
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, well I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, will you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sowed. Hey, hey, well let me tell you something, all that glitters ain't gold. It's been a long old troublesome road, and I'm looking for somebody come and help me carry this load. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, well I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Said I don't know if I'm walking on solid ground, 'cause everything around me is crumbling down. And all I want is for someone to help me. I had a job, but the boss man let me go. He said, I'm sorry, but I won't be needing your help no more. I said, please, Mr. Boss Man, I need this job more than you know. But he gave me my last paycheck and he sent me on out the door. Hey, hey, said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, well I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey, said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Said I don't know if I'm walking on solid ground, 'cause everything around me is falling down. And all I want is for someone to help me. What in the world am I gonna do tomorrow? Is there someone with a dollar I can borrow? Who could help me take away my sorrow? Maybe it's inside the bottle. Maybe it's inside the bottle. I had some good old buddies, names is whiskey and wine. Hey, hey. And for my good old buddies, I spent my last dime. Hey, hey. Now wine is good to me to help me pass the time. And my good old buddy whiskey keep me warmer than sunshine. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? I need a dollar.
Aloe Blacc, ladies and gentlemen! Very good, sir.
Hey, thank you very much.
Can you pop yourself down? Everyone just shoves up here. There you go. Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much, Brad. What's going on? Great.
No, when I introduced it, Alex was like, I love that song!
I do! I love that song. Oh,
I'm glad you know
I've
it.
met you now.
Such cool dancing.
I know.
love
Yeah.
dancing.
You're
Very
so
good.
smooth. It's amazing.
Back off.
Sorry.
She will bite you. She will bite you. The album is Good Things, and it's out now.
Yes.
You must be having the time of your life. It's great.
I am. I get to go everywhere. I was just in Cannes a few days ago, actually,
Wow.
singing for Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro and Sean Penn.
I smell you.
Private.
And this summer, people can see you're doing all the festivals and stuff. You're doing
All
Glass.
the festivals. Yeah, I'll be here at Somerset House, July 10th.
Somerset House, nice. Have you been to Glastonbury before?
Do you know what time you're playing at Somerset House?
I don't know what time I'm playing, but I'm sure you can find out. Online.
Yeah. I think probably buy a timeout rather than bother
Yeah.
Mr. Black. Could you get us 2 tickets?
Yeah, after the play. I could go after the play. I'll let you come to my play if you let me go to your concert. Okay.
Lovely. Cultural exchange. It's lovely. Right. Before we go tonight, just time for some stories in the red chair. So who is up first? Hello, nice lady. What's your name?
My name is Ketaki.
And where do you live?
I live in Surrey.
In Surrey, you say. And what do you do there?
I'm a landscape architect.
Actually, we've had a landscape architect in the chair before. Delight us with your landscape architect story.
4 years back, I met this guy, tall Dutch bloke guy in India. Part of Indian culture, you always look after people who come to your country. Then I come to his country, as in the country he works. He completely ignores me for first 2 months. And third month, he asked me, would you like to go for a dinner? I'm like, okay, I'm going out with a colleague for dinner. At the end of the dinner, he kisses me on my cheeks and said, so, how was our date? And I said, whoa, hold on your horses. That was no date. You want to go on a date with a pretty girl? Ask her you want to go on a date. And don't turn up in office clothes. Come in nice smart clothes and nice denim and nice t-shirt.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Oh, the sisters turned.
Sorry, it's just too long.
We'll have a quick one more. Hello, hi. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. How are you, Sam?
Fine.
Good. And where do you live, Sam?
Sorry again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, should we
do you know the other lady? No, don't. Are you a landscape architect?
No.
No.
I'm a mum.
You're a mom. Oh, lovely. How many kids do you have?
2.
2. Right, lovely. Okay, off you go.
I was about 8 or 9 years old. I was quite bored one day, so I thought I'd take my gerbils, flipsy and flopsy, for a ride on my bike. I put them in a carrier bag. I've hung the carrier bag over the handlebars of the bike. I'm riding along. Suddenly, it didn't feel quite right. I've looked down. The carrier bag is in the spokes.
That's terrible. Oh, she's like a mass murderer of Petland.
Flipsy and
Flopsy. They're not Flipsy and Flopsy. They're yeah. Oh, do we have time? Okay, go on. One more. Hello, sir.
Hello, Graham. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, who are you?
My name's Bernie, and this is my second time in the red chair. I was here in January from my home in Las Vegas. Yes. I didn't even get to start to tell my story before Tiny Tempa pulled the lever and checked me out.
That's evil.
But you know he'll be back.
He'll be back. I didn't think it wasn't good enough for Tiny Tempa. It's not good enough for us. Listen, if you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can contact us via our website at this address. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank my guests tonight, Aloe Blacc, Helms, Bradley Cooper, Alex Kingston, and Mr. Rob Lowe. Join me next week with actor James McAvoy, comedian Jack T, and the legend that is Eliza Minnelli. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.